never tried to do this before, so wasn't aware it would just cut the sound off if I clicked off the thing for some reason. So that's neat, but it shouldn't be an issue for most of it. Anyway, hi, guys. It's been a while since we've done this. We're expecting this to be one of our worst viewed streams of all time, due to how incredibly niche this is. But we're here to have fun tonight because we worked all day. Thank you to, before we begin, Diablo Trailus for dropping tier 1 sub for 42 months now. Dropping this here and then skedaddle into bed because I paid for it. Enjoy the event. Thank you. Okay, let's get on over to chat here. Hi guys. So, we had to set up a specific stream layout for this, and by that I mean we had to make a ton of adjustments to display stuff for the DS screen is what we're going to be using for this. We don't know how this is going to look on Twitch because this thing is kind of a nightmare. But we're gonna do our best at this. This is normally a fully voiced game, but we felt like doing some funny voices, so we're going to be doing some funny voices tonight. Now, the thing about this event is this may in fact have story spoilers for Granblue Fantasy's main story campaign. I'm not sure. This is the 10th anniversary event, and this event is going to be tied in, from our understanding, to a lot of the world overall lore that hasn't been fully dug into yet in the game. So, if you don't mind that, stick around. There's a potential that we could talk about the story at any time, so just be aware that you could get jump scared by that, and that's on you. Okay? If we all have a proper understanding of how this is gonna go, let's get in there. I'll see you in just a second. La 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 la. Hiya. Didn't think about my tentacles. I'm gonna have to move those. I'm a little further over on the screen, I think, than I usually am. It's been quite a while since we used this one. What was it? The last time we used this screen would have been Digimon Lost Evolution for the DS, I think. So it's been a little while to say the least. Never actually seen what Granblue looks like? Well, here's your homepage. It's very much web browser gacha game from the year 2015. It's gonna be pretty dated, all things considered. Scroll down and find a bunch of stuff in here. That is a character that is from the event that has not appeared on screen yet. So, it is Heart of the Sun. If you don't know what goes into this event, they do have this nice page which links to the trailer. The trailer's in Japanese, there are English translations out there. The section we'll be looking at today is Book of the Skydwellers. As you can see, this is effectively half a month event. They're going to be releasing more story on these 2 days. It is effectively 3 events in one. And the first event is, the first bit is the Book of Skydwellers here. Important events for this are Festival of Falling Flames. I didn't think this was gonna pop over a thing. That's cute. So Festival of Falling Flames was the first event in the entire game. Basically, you would drive at a town during a festival, dealing with some of the classic characters like freaking like Richard here, a man who has never obtained an SSR in his life. and you have to stop Phoenix from destroying the festival. I did not think there was going to be cutscenes for these because I knew what happened, so I did not click on them. We have to escape. We have to escape. Why is there so many cutscenes? Oh my god. Alright. Anyway, let's get out of there. The next thing is probably the most well-known thing in Granblue, which is what makes the Skydwellers arc, which is the anniversary events. Basically, all you need to know... Well, there's a lot, actually, but we're summarizing here, so don't worry about that. It's going to be incorrect. This is about the Primarchs, who are a group of primals who watch over the sky. The Primarchs are also the Archangels and Sandalphon and Lucifer. This is also dealing with Lucilius, Beelzebub, and Belial. If you've played any of the side, if you've played Versus, you know who those three are. But this is the story where all of them originate from. Effectively, it goes through. Part 1 is Sandalphon escapes from super prison because he was involved in an uprising against Lucifer back in the day. You know, angels rebelling kind of deal, fallen angels and all that. And decides he wants to fuck up the sky world because he's a petty gay bitch. And loses. The first event is not very in depth. It's mostly to set up that the Primarchs are in control of the 4 Tetra elements and regulating them, and that if those go away, things get bad, like islands start falling out of the sky bad. The second event features the return of Belial and Beelzebub, and in that one, you team up with an unwilling Sandalphon after the death of Lucifer. Actually, I can't remember if he died there or not. It's been a really long time. And you foil Belial's plans to summon the Raid Avatar, who is the penultimate boss of the original Versus, if you played that game. And then you stop them and they go, yeah, we'll fuck off. And the main point of that is that Lucifer's pretty much out of the picture, and Sandalphon's on your team now. And then the last one is Belial revives Lucilius, and you have to stop Lucilius from ending the world. Then there's Old Bond, and you. These ones are a little easier to describe because they are not an entire saga. Old Bond goes into the 6 dragons, who are basically the primordial aspects of elements in the Sky Realm. And also goes a bit more into your bond with Varen, who it's revealed is effectively the dad who stepped up to the main character. Well, their parents were gone, and effectively raised them as a kid. And then And You is about the 7th dragon of the 6 dragons. Very funny thing to say, but we're just trying to get this out of the way before we get in. This one is analyzing the dragon who controls time, in which they are trying to find an ideal timeline for the Sky Realm itself to converge upon. In the process, they realize that basically messing around with any timeline other than the one we're in is disastrous. And they become another kind of parental figure to the main character, even though they've never actually met the main character in the proper main timeline. And you see them start slowly falling apart, trying to make a timeline that keeps the main character safe and happy, until their body basically breaks in on itself, and then you have to stop them at the end. The main point of all of these events outside of Festival of Falling Flames here, the main point you need out of these is that Festival of Falling Flame is Phoenix, and Phoenix is being delved into deeper in this event. What makes the sky blue goes into the creation mythos, which is God was split into a god of the astral realm and a god of the sky realm, etc., etc. It's kind of a shit. Bahamut's a little bit of a bum. As well as the Primarchs and their roles. And this is mainly so that you figure out the roles of the 6 dragons in the sky. All of these are just lore, world lore events mostly. Most of them are anniversary events. With that in mind, we're just gonna dive back in because we talked a bit and we haven't actually started yet. The Unnerved Man. Oh, okay. That's not what I expected at all. Hold on, I got taken off guard. Hold on. I have to think of. So the problem is there's gonna be a shit ton of characters in this event, so I have to think of funny voices. And by funny, I just mean voices in general. We got this, Holland. It's been so long. This happens every time I try to do anything with voices. Yeah, there's a reason outside of just event writing that the angels are basically the most popular characters in the entire franchise. What's on your mind, my friend? Lucifer. I was merely realizing how constrained this place has become. It's high time we added a new wing. I will lend my aid. Proactive, aren't you? Which reminds me, you mentioned before that there was something you wish to create. A new primal beast, perhaps? I was hoping to speak with you about that very thing, in fact. Okay, so we're just getting right to it. If you're not caught up on the main story, this is a reoccurring character who is not quite a villain, but is not quite a good guy, who showed up in the main arc that's happening in Granblue's main story right now. Immediate spoiler warnings. Greetings, Lucilius. I trust you're doing well. It's been a while since you last obliged us with your presence, Demiurge. Oh, they're even just using his real name too. I have remained confined in my quarters for some time. After all, inspiration is born of solitude and anguish. Oh, I see you're here as well, Lucifer. Demiurge, a researcher who creates primal beasts, much like Lucilius, reaches out to gently stroke Lucifer's face with his fingers. Ugh. Exquisite. Truly, the title of head researcher fails to do you justice, Lucilius. Crafting a masterpiece of this caliber makes you nothing less than an artist. I myself could only ever dream of crafting a primal beast bearing such beauty and power. I simply pursued functionality. Only you would be so self-absorbent as to label it art. Indeed, it is truly lamentable. At its core, creation is meant to be a form of self-expression, a concept closely tied to art. Creation and art connected? That is a rather intriguing perspective, Demiurge. Have I piqued your curiosity? If you so desire, I would be delighted to provide a lecture at your convenience. Enough, Demiurge. State your business. My deepest apologies. Though it pains me to curtail our discussion, let us return to the matter at hand. You see, I have conceived of a plan. Is this related to our previous conversation? I believe I made it clear I wasn't interested. What an odd thing to say. This involves the very entity that shaped our world through a barbaric act of tearing God in two. How is that not fascinating? It has only intervened once, when the ancient people rebelled in their quest for freedom and triumphed over the omnipotent. The fact remains, I have no interest in a veritable storm that is not well understood and cannot be reproduced. A storm? That is the most apt description. Indeed, it does not create, but merely rampages and rages. As you say, we cannot predict what further action it may take. Even its current whereabouts are a mystery. Nevertheless, it is an immense power that cannot be overlooked. Above all, this is the decision of the High Council. Seems we have another visitor, my friend. Moments later, they are greeted by the sound of approaching footsteps. Goddamn, they're pulling everyone out, huh? There you are, Demiurge. Well, well, I anticipated your arrival, Magus. I have an assignment for you. Magus's gaze shifts to Lucilius and Lucifer, her eyes ablaze with interest. What's this about, Demiurge? I shall begin by constructing the necessary tracking devices. By absorbing remains of the target into their cores, they will be able to sense its presence. For a stroke of inspiration, I have discovered that the technology for such a thing is within reach. So the reason she looks like she's from a completely different series is that this is, Magus is a character, I believe, also known as Astaroth from the co-op mode, and is the final boss of the zone and co-op known as Pandemonium. They are a super ancient design that now has brand new art. That design is old as dirt. That seems overly convoluted. If Magus can already detect it, then why not have her handle the pursuit? Due to her unique power, that would certainly be possible. However, such a being would be difficult to capture single-handedly. Moreover, there are a plethora of other tasks that I would like to entrust to Magus, owing to her status as an origin beast. Hence, I will create a number of primal beasts and bestow upon them a purpose of tracking the target with capture in mind. Lucilius, as representative of the origin beasts, it is my responsibility to guide these newly created primal beasts. Appears you take considerable pride in compensating for your poor performance with sheer number. This would be unthinkable for my creations. The ability to lead is required of those in positions of power. One should be able to manage such tasks effortlessly. A toss of her hair, Magus flashes a triumphant smile in Lucifer's direction. However, hello, Magus. Dull as ever. Well, no matter. I shall take this opportunity to prove my superiority over you, Lucifer. Lord Astaroth has high expectations for me, and I intend to do everything in my power to live up to them. I beg your pardon, Lucilius. Magus can be rather impetuous at times. Wait, is this an order from Astaroth? He took the initiative and made a proposal, but as I explained previously, it ultimately became the consensus of the High Council. After Demiurge and Magus have taken their leave, Lucilius turns back to Lucifer. Be on your guard against Astaroth. He is foolish but strong. There's a reason he's known as the Demon King. How do you view this, my friend? Astaroth seeks the power to turn the world on its head, though he does not show his hand so readily. I believe the mission given to Magus by Demiurge is connected to this as well. Such power may well... You can tell it's been months since we've done this. Such power may very well be too great for them to handle, but it's unlikely they thought that far in advance. Whatever the case, there's undoubtedly a wealth of information in the Sky Realm yet to be analyzed. One might call them enigmas. Enigmas? Lucifer's murmur goes unheard by Lucilius, who's already turned his attention to other tasks. Many years later, back in the Sky Realm, one man stands with tools in hand. Alright, time to get to work. His name is Gastalga, coordinator for the Crew Alliance Rafale. Oh my god! Okay, Rafale. Recognize that name if you've touched, if you've touched Relink. Although ordinarily in charge of offering requests to Skydwellers. Hold on. He sometimes takes on other odd jobs as well. His recent endeavors concern excavation. He unearths all manners of artifacts, including ruins, fossils, and tools from past eras. Stationed today at a familiar site, he sets to work digging with a practiced hand. Eventually, he comes upon something peculiar lying beneath the ground. This stone looks just like a person's finger. I think I'll take it home for the kids. Gustavo stops his excavation equipment for a small hammer and begins to deftly clean away the soil. No, that's because that's actually a finger, bro. No, it can't be. Suddenly going pale, he calls out loudly as he can to his colleagues laboring in the distance. Hey, guys, get over here, quick! Gustavo then resumes digging with increasingly greater speed. The finger-like rock turns out to be a real finger, connected to a hand, then an arm, as well as the shoulder and hips. It's a body. A dead body. Something strange. How can it be so well preserved? As Gastalga continues to dig, a face soon appears, followed by an entire head with hair, remarkably fully intact. However, what truly catches his attention is a solitary horn sitting prominently on its temple. A giraffe? But I've never seen one with a single horn growing from their forehead. The corpse's neck and shoulders are entangled in the roots of a nearby tree, suggesting that unorphaning it will be a difficult task. What's going on? I'd wager this tree is about 300 years old. It couldn't possibly have been that long. What? Looks like it didn't work. The corpse cracks open its eyes, muttering underneath its breath as it spits dirt from its mouth. Guys, hurry! I need help over here. Gastalga's shouts, filled with a mixture of shock, fear, and panic, resonate loudly throughout the area. Hey, I'm back. How are you faring? Abramelin? That's an interesting take on a name. This place is quite comfortable, thank you, Gastalga. A few days later, the man previously thought to be a corpse has casually taken up residence in the cabin where Gastalga is staying. His name is Abramelin. Or Abramelin? Either way. Don't push yourself too hard now. This cabin is just a rental. You can take all the time you need to rest. I hear the guys have been calling you Fossil Man, but they don't mean any harm. I can tell neither do you. You're a good person. I'm sure everyone will like you. I'm sorry for startling everyone. I'll go apologize to the others later. They sure thought up an amusing nickname. I know fossils can't be made in the span of 300 years, but that's basically what I was. Well, think about 300 years must be some sort of joke, right? I thought it was pretty shocking how I found you. I'll put on some coffee. I managed to get my hands on some beans. There's enough for the both of us. Beans? I'll gladly eat them. Thank you. No, they're not for eating. They're for drinking. I said coffee. Remember? Oh my god. That's how we're bringing Sandy in, huh? Is that the black drink? Yes, that's right. Could it be you don't know what coffee is? No, I do. Just took me a moment to remember. Sorry, I'll take some. His expression puzzled, Gastalga starts boiling water in a small pot. There's something I'd like to ask you, Gastalga. Ask away. Thanks to my line of work, I hear a lot of things. I'm pretty well informed. I truly am fortunate you were the one who dug me up. I'm searching for something, you see. Abramelin goes on to explain just what it is he's looking for. Several days later, the entire excavation team comes to bid him farewell as he embarks on his journey alone. In the span of only a few days, Abramelin had indeed established a strong rapport with them, just as Gastalga had predicted. Heart of the Sun. That was a lot. That was a hell of an intro sequence. In the beginning, God created the world and man. The land took shape and fed man its abundance. Yet this realm of peace filled not man's heart. Thirsting for greater prosperity, man defied God. The man's aid came to the whispers of a great bird. So did man conquer God, and God was torn atwain. Thus the world assumed its present form. But within this realm devoid of divinity, a foreboding light now flickers to life, showing signs of flaming into an untamed blaze. O beings that resist thy fate, O tome of wisdom that binds the enigmas, gather thy wishes and wills into one place, and of them an immortal, invincible force make. Cast, unknown, it's Abramelin. Richard. Get a bunch of rewards for doing shit. That's not what we're here for, though. The Book of Skydwellers, Part 1, Converging Fates. What is the mysterious fossil man after? Okay, here we go. Take a sip. The residents of Uncertain Island are witnessing firsthand a scene akin to the apocalypse. Run away! Run for your lives! But when someone asks exactly where they're supposed to go, the others find themselves at a loss for words. Damn it, it's true. We're trapped. There's no way to escape. Yeah, that's I didn't know those could happen. A massive whirlwind extends from the depths of the sky, continuing far past the altitude at which the island floats. Should the island be engulfed, it will certainly be swept away like a fallen leaf on a breeze. The cyclone that appeared so abruptly now looms menacingly before the island, leaving no time for an evacuation by ship. There's no use. It's all over. Yeah, Wilnass. Ass. How very strange. One doesn't encounter a cyclone of this magnitude every day. Seems an investigation is in order. Ah! Now we've got a monster to worry about too. Wilnass. Wilnass transforms into a dragon and takes off in the direction of the swirling vortex. The tiny dragon punching it. The collision causes the sound of a storm to intensify further, to the point where it seems as though the very heavens might chatter in response. Wait, look at the cyclone. From the point where it was struck, the twister begins to grow hazy, fading rapidly as though a thread were coming undone. Eventually, it melts away completely, revealing blue sky peeking through the clouds above. It's the sky. The cyclone's gone. We're saved. As the crowd of islanders gaze upward. Oh no. Only a handful catch the sight of their dragon savior crashing to the ground. I'm glad we were able to finish the request so quickly.
You sure are in a good mood, Lyria.
Well, it's been forever since our last trip to Port Breeze. I know. I'm practically floating on the air myself. I hope Christy's doing well. We haven't seen Lady Christy in so long. Do you think she'll like the souvenir? As long as it's heartfelt, I'm certain she will. And besides, your smile is the greatest souvenir of all. Don't you forget that.
Severn? Ladiva and Teresa are excited too. Yeah, I gotcha. So am I, to be honest? I mean, it is the island where we all came across the Grand Cipher.
Us bros are hella hyped too. Just the thought of it kicking in at Port Breeze after so long is getting our pretty Pete blood pumping.
And what happens when a bunch of playboys hit up Port Breeze? We hang. Well, hey. I was just thinking it seemed quiet.
The BB is a total nostalgia bomb for us too. Got us some slack.
We're straight up stoked. It's basically our second hometown. A crib away from the crib. And if it's gonna be extra lit this time, thanks to the Flame Festival of Hey! You guys get it.
It's been a while since I last attended the Festival of Falling Flames.
Us too. Really takes me back. We got mixed up in some crazy stuff before, but it turned out to be a pretty good memory.
Yes, that was quite the fiasco. I wasn't around to witness it firsthand, but I've heard all about it. The Phoenix!
Oh, Richard.
Recalling the battle with the Phoenix still sends shivers down my spine. Fortunately, we were able to avert disaster thanks to my valiant efforts. So, he's definitely getting an SSR tonight.
That's not how I remember it.
I met you at the same festival, right? You saved me in more ways than one. Quick cue. So this, Freelix dude? Who's that?
Think you mean Phoenix. The Phoenix is a primal beast that appeared at the festival. It was like a really big bird that put out waves of heat when it spread its wings.
I'd hear from one of the old timers at the tavern that the Phoenix was rumored to visit Port Breeze once a year. And wouldn't you know it, it actually showed up right in front of us. The task of dealing with it mainly fell on ours and me.
Ours and who again?
The Phoenix is said to be immortal, but it ended up exploding into nothingness right before our eyes. And that was it. When the time comes, you shall feel my eternal... It was a big bird. The writing was not very complex back then.
Thinking back on it, it said some scary stuff before it disappeared. So far so good though.
Originally, the Festival of Falling Flame was a ceremony where people of the past would give offerings to the fearsome Phoenix. But over time, the event gradually lost its significance. The Phoenix must have been lonely, don't you think? I feel a bit sorry for it. All that's left now is a festive celebration. Let's all keep the Phoenix in our thoughts, shall we?
You're right. It would be really sad to be forgotten by everyone.
Oh, Therese, does your kindness know no bounds? It's an honor to attend the Festival of Falling Flames with you again. The very place where our paths first crossed. I wonder if there's any way we could get better acquainted before the festival starts. Wait, I've got it. It's a little chilly up here. Why don't we all go down for a nice cup of coffee? Oh no, Sandy is approaching. At Richard's suggestion, ours and company decide to head to the cafe. Before following the others inside, the captain glances back at the empty rear of the ship. Well, that would be Phoenix. Ours' gaze falls on an enormous, brightly shining bird, gripping the railing with its talons as it sways silently in the wind. Are you the Phoenix? You look at me as though you've seen me before. Tell me, when did we first meet? That's cute. Okay, so the answer is 8 to 10 years ago, but we started playing 4 to 7. An important time of growth, I imagine. Each and every one of your memories is correct. All of them compromise your own unique truth. I know everything about you, because there is nothing I don't know. Having emerged as a singular existence on this journey, you are finally close to securing that which is needed to reach your destination. Just as ours is about to inquire about the meaning behind the gleaming bird's words.
Hey, what you doing? Come on, let's go.
Eyeing Davern and Lyria, the captain turns back around to see that the bird has vanished. All that remains are great talon-shaped marks scorched into the railing. Ours and the crew head to Port Breeze for the Festival of Falling Flame. The Kingdom of Radlif, though small in comparison to its neighboring nations, Siphon is quite fond of its natural landscape. I came at a good time. I'm a sucker for the steamed dishes at the tavern on the other corner of Main Street.
King Bob! King Bob!
In that case, you're welcome to become a citizen of this kingdom, and you can eat whenever you like. Begin with the jokes, Your Majesty. I'm sure every nation under the sun is keen to keep coaxing you and the other Eternals into joining their ranks. Nothing as grand as you make it sound. No need to be so modest. We're fortunate that you all vanquished the primal beasts that have been terrorizing our kingdom for many long years. The wealth of intel we've obtained about your area has been beneficial to us as well, Your Majesty. Yes, I imagine information is indispensable for your undertakings. Siphon and a number of the Eternals once dealt with a ferocious primal beast that appeared within the Kingdom of Radlif. Since then, Siphon has continued making regular visits in order to monitor the situation and gather information on the vicinity. Monsters and... I still have to figure out what I want to do for him. Monsters in the vicinity have become more and more active since we took down the primal. After all, not like we didn't anticipate that happening. Nevertheless, your visits are appreciated. I do enjoy our conversations. The king turns his gaze to an empty throne beside him. My wife always looked forward to hearing your tales from far-off skies as well. I'm truly sorry to hear about her, Your Majesty. Seemed like she was a kind soul, even to a drifter like me. I've been hoping for a recovery. There's not much that can be done about a chronic illness, but it's not all doom and gloom. Listen to this, Siphon. My son, Theodric, is engaged to be married. The first prince tying the knot. My congratulations. Thank you, Siphon. Please watch your step, Your Highness. Don't worry, I may be weary from traveling, but not to the extent that I can't walk. The prince arrives in the audience chamber accompanied by the captain of the Night Order. I'll be sure to invite you to the ceremony. I hope you'll come. I'm certain Her Majesty will be looking forward with delight as well. And whom, may I ask, is the lucky woman?
Wait, don't tell me.
That's right, he's going to be marrying none other than the Night Captain herself, Sabrina.
Sabrina? Good grief. Why does he want to marry me, of all people?
Because I've secretly had feelings for you since we were young, I guess.
Huh?
Now that's a surprise. Forgive me. Congratulations to the both of you. The shock is written all over your face. I admit it caught me off guard. I mean, this isn't my first time hearing anything. This is my first time hearing anything about it. Feels odd saying this myself, but the marriage of a prince is a national event. I thought it only right that His Majesty should tell you himself. Yeah, I agree. So, does this mean that Sabrina will be stepping down as captain of the order? No, she'll be retaining her post for the time being. Sabrina's ability is unmatched by anyone in the kingdom. I can't afford to lose her. The maids will handle any household matters. They're very motivated. They're deriving a great deal of pleasure from all this. Well, it's true that sword arm of yours deserves to reach its full potential. I assume you approve as well, Your Highness? Even more than that, it's my wish. Well, I may not hold a candle to Sabrina in terms of swordplay. I understand that she's a valuable asset to the kingdom. But more than anything, she's risen to the rank of knight captain at such a young age. That's not something that should be tossed away so lightly. I appreciate that, Your Highness. You should be more upfront with yourself, Sabrina. You don't want to tarnish the name of knight captain now, do you? Seofan, you under some sort of misconception here. Being engaged to a prince is by no means part of a knight captain's job. Oh, really? And that means you accepted his proposal because you wanted to, right? Well, my friends say if I didn't say yes, I'd never have another chance to marry. Thank you, Sabrina. I love you.
Stop that! Now's not the time! We're in the middle of the presence of His Majesty.
What a couple you two make. Indeed, a celebratory mood has already descended upon the kingdom, so I would prefer to hold the ceremony straight away. However, I plan to send Theodric and the Order to Port Breeze in the coming days. Did something happen? Organizers of the Festival of Falling Flame have requested additional security for the event. A particular rumor has been making the rounds, you see. Word has it that the primal beast, known to appear on the festival, is on the verge of revival. There have been many peculiar stories on the topic recently. Have you heard talk of the gargantuan cyclone and Crimson Aurora? Yeah, the cyclone I've heard about. No one seems to know the cause. What about the massive dragon that approached it? Evidently, it appeared suddenly, collided with the storm, dispersed the clouds. However, we have been unable to confirm what befell the dragon afterward. There are those who say it plummeted to land. Dragon. Witnesses saw a dragon appearing out of nowhere, meaning it could have transformed from a person. If that's the case, I find it hard to believe that one of the 6 dragons would succumb to a single whirlwind. The same applies to the Crimson Aurora. All of a sudden, there have been multiple sightings reported, yet the cause remains a mystery. It's likely that these phenomena have prompted Port Breeze to heighten its vigilance. Incidentally, I have heard that a certain crew once succeeded in defeating the primal in question. A crew, you say? I have a feeling I might know just who you're referring to. Eventually we will reach the festival. Yeah! Bitchy twink. As the Grand Cypher approaches its destination of Port Breeze, Sindalphon works alone in the ship's cafe. With no customers to serve, he finds himself a valuable time to concentrate wholly on his coffee roasting. However, suddenly the door swings open, and an individual enters the room. Have a seat wherever you like. Sorry, but it will be a bit of a wait. In the meantime, look out for chaff flying.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Another new face. You are... Although clearly not a member of the crew, Sindalphon feels as though he has an idea to the unfamiliar visitor's identity. The Archangel Raziel, I presume. Yes. Lucifer told me about you. If I recall, you were searching for... enigmas, was it? That's correct.
Allow me to ask. How should I address you? Supreme Primarch? Lord Sandalphon?
You may call me whatever you want.
Then, Sandy.
Anything but that.
Oh, in that case, Dolly?
Is this some sort of a joke?
Lord Sandalphon?
Go on.
Yes, well, there's a matter I need to discuss with you. I believe the ship is currently on course for Port Breeze.
So it seems. Actually, before that, How exactly did you get on board? From the deck. I'm well aware of the crew's movement patterns, so you can rest assured that I won't be spotted. I've been sensing your presence around lately. I judged that you weren't a threat and let you be, but it would be a problem would it be a problem if you were discovered?
Not exactly. Let's just say that, meeting a new group when I don't know anyone can be something of a challenge for me.
I suppose that's understandable. Moreover, I'd hope to speak with you alone regarding the Phoenix. The Phoenix? The primal beast that ours once defeated at the Falling Festival of Flame. No, in fact. And now we arrive at the crux of the issue. The Phoenix that I am referring to could very well prove to be an indispensable existence for the archangels of this age. What? Certain circumstances prevent me from elaborating, but I would like you to keep my words in mind. Sindolphin takes a moment to ponder this before shaking his head in exasperation. I can't say I'm following, mainly because I know nothing about your intentions, or even your actions thus far.
That's fair enough. However, I've said all I came to say.
Leaving already? I could prepare you some coffee first.
I'm afraid I must be going.
I hope you have another opportunity to enjoy. I hope to have the opportunity to enjoy your coffee another time.
Sandy.
Ours and the crew head to Port Breeze for the Festival of Falling Flame. It's just gonna keep saying the same thing until we get to 2.
Wow, a real-life casino.
But aren't these places supposed to be pretty shifty? Feels like I'm really out of my element here.
Don't call it shifty. Christina's a good person.
So you can bet this casino is legit too.
Really?
Still, just the thought of gambling gives me the jitters. Sup, Tina? Hey! I see you made it, my kittens. I've taken the liberty of coming to greet you personally. Consider yourselves lucky. You will never recruit me because it requires like 7 billion rupees or some absurd number. That's one way to roll out the welcome wagon. You're in charge of organizing the festival this time around, right? Sorry to impose on you when you're so busy, Christy. Not at all. My minions are doing a magnificent job, so it hasn't been too overwhelming. Christina, manager of the Jewel Resort Casino Liner, is also serving as head of the organizing committee for this year's Festival of Falling Flame. I don't see the Jewel Resort around this time. Going back and forth between the ship and the island would be a huge hassle. That's why we relocated the casino to the Agans Highlands, as you can see. Still, it is a significant undertaking. Sooner or later, I'm going to get back at those jerks who pushed this inconvenience onto me. It's just a testament to how much faith others have in you. Hang in there. Yes, Lady Christie's skill is no secret to anyone. For heaven's sake, they've gotten quite good at obstructing my getaway. A wise move considering all the disturbing rumors circulating right now. Oh dear, what happened? Haven't you heard about the cyclones in Crimson Aura? Strange phenomena have been propping up all over the place. Cyclones? Aurora? We've been missing out on our request, so we must have missed the news. Yes, and that's not all. There's talk that the Phoenix is going to come back to life.
The Phoenix is?
That's why we've decided to bolster our security for this year's event. We've asked Radlilith to dispatch its forces. Goodness, it's been ages since I came across that name.
Oh, Radlilith? That's the kingdom near Port Breeze, right?
I think I've seen Radlilith produce at the grocery before. I've only heard of it in passing. All I know is it's a small country. Why, if it isn't ours in the crew, I had a feeling you might show up.
Oh, hi, Saphon. What brings you here of all places?
Who exactly do you take me for? All of you know I'm a festival fanatic who loves festivals more than life itself.
That's not really the vibe you give off.
Truth be told, I'm not really here to enjoy the festivities this time around. I came here hoping to bump into ours.
Huh?
Just then, Christina hears her name called and turns to see a number of knights approaching.
Ah, Prince Cedric.
We'll be counting on your expertise. The advanced using has proven more than capable as well. The pleasure is ours, Christina.
I'm Sabrina, captain of our order. You may leave security detail to me.
Ahoy there! Stefan, I don't believe it. We just saw you the other day. What a coincidence running into you again so soon.
You guys buddies?
The King of Radliff and I enjoy sharing the occasional chat. Naturally, that goes for the Prince and the Knight Captain here too. Your Highness, this is a very special crew with which I'm affiliated. On that note, I have to ask, it was you guys, right? The ones who defeated the Phoenix, I mean.
Yeah, that's right. What's with all this talk about the Phoenix lately?
What? That was you? Why didn't you divulge this information before, Stefan? Well, I wasn't sure at the time. I'm Sojik, first Prince of the Kingdom of Radliff. Could we please ask for your assistance if any trouble arises? If you can beat me in poker. In other words, you won't act without incentive. That's a Skyfaring crew for you. Color me intrigued.
I'm pretty sure he was just kidding.
Lately, there have been widespread sightings of enormous cyclones and crimson auras. Combined with whispers of the Phoenix's return, there's now talk of this once-defeated bird of flame is amassing power to enact its revenge.
Those are some crazy rumors.
Everyone's on edge because of these bizarre events that keep occurring. After exchanging a handshake with ours, Cedric shouts his shoulders. That being said, I'm nothing more than decoration. My better half here, Knight Captain Sabrina, will be in charge of security.
Better half?
Oh, does that mean the two of you are getting married? In the near future, yes.
Hey, congrats, you two.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Sabrina, Captain of the Night Order. Well, I'm not sure what to say in this situation. Just be yourself, darling. Now I'm even more uncomfortable. Just so you know, Sabrina's not usually this shy. Only when it comes to her engagement. I thrive on sharing in the joy of others. I'd love to hear all the details. What's wrong, Miria?
Well, I sense the power of a primal beast.
It's coming from all over the festival grounds. Miria's words. Ours and company automatically began scanning the area. However, nothing appears to be out of the ordinary. The venue merely buzzes with excitement, free from any sign of danger. I haven't noticed anything unusual so far. All over the grounds.
The Phoenix, you mean? Well, there was only one of them, right?
Sorry, what's this about the presence of primal beasts?
This little blue-haired kitten can sense primal beasts.
No joke. It's the honest truth. She can sense them. Incredible. What an extraordinary talent.
I don't know if talent's the right word, but since the primals ain't running wild or anything, should we just sit tight for now?
Seems like the right call. After all, aren't your primal beast crewmates engaged in harmless activities like brewing coffee these days?
Yeah, you're right. As long as they're living peacefully, that's a good thing.
I'd heard rumors, but your crew truly seems remarkable. The scale's too great to even comprehend. A wait-and-see approach it is. In the meantime, there's someone I'd like to introduce our Radliff guest to. Come on out.
Okay. I mean, yes, ma'am.
Simply forcing security duty on you doesn't seem fair. Feel free to have this kitten serve as an attendant or maid in your order. Her name is Nanashi.
I'm Nanashi. Nice to meet you.
A little girl hurries over to stand in front of Christina, beaming brightly at the group. An attendant? You've certainly gone to a lot of trouble for our sakes.
Not to worry.
I'm grateful for your cooperation.
Let me make sure I have this right. Nanashi,
Is that your name?
Yep, that's me.
Nanashi, take good care of our Radliff visitors and the crew now. Make sure you lend them a hand if they need anything.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nanashi. That's a pretty unusual name.
She's actually suffering from amnesia, so we've been looking after her. I thought of her name on the fly.
Yep, and I think it's a great one.
Nanashi, in case you're curious, means no name.
It's nice to meet you too, Nanashi.
Well, as long as you like the name, I guess.
But don't worry about us. You can just focus on the Radliff crew.
That's right. Our night friends here have a lot more on their plate.
Okie dokie. I'll do my very best.
Then I suppose we'll take advantage of your kind offer. I'm sure having her energy around will be a positive effect on morale. Pleased to meet you, Nanashi. I'm Sabrina, captain of our night order.
Sabrina. Got it. Let's be friends.
Speaking of taking advantage, why not take advantage of the situation to introduce me to her as well? This is, the first prince of the kingdom of Radliff. Yeah, that's right.
Wow, a prince?
Aren't you forgetting something?
He's also the man I'm going to marry.
You sounded like you were tortured into saying it. Following a moment's pause, Nanashi steps backward dramatically.
You're getting married?
That's right. My name is Cedric. It's a pleasure to meet you, Nanashi.
But by married, do you mean that thing that two people do when they're in love with each other?
Well, generally speaking, yes. Regardless, the prince will soon be with this night order as well. So please bear that in mind.
Okay.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. I'll be right here to support you. Okay? Nanashi certainly is adorable.
Yeah, I hope we can be friends too.
Mars and company decide to enjoy the Festival of Falling Flames while keeping an eye out for primal beasts. In the event of an incident, they are prepared to respond promptly in coordination with the knights to address it.
Yay!
It has been an hour. That was part 1 of 6, by the way. The festival casino brims with a diverse range of expressions, some of crushing despair, others of jubilant triumph. But even in the midst of the noise and confusion, Richard's face remains impassive. Full house. Whoa, dude, you totes cleaned up. Your gambling game's so on point, it's got me shook. He was so shook, I accidentally used the wrong voice. For real? Check out that chip stash. 1, 2, 3. Elson, please, don't count the chips. It's not a good look. After all, I'm going to be racking them up even more from here on out. Bruh, my inner maiden's swooning over here. Yo, Tommy, am I tripping? You've been sitting out this whole time. I'm gonna hold off on casino action for a little while. Tommy remains haunted by the memory of an unpleasant experience at a casino. That's not a real memory. Oh, word? You caught a majorly bad break last time, huh? Forget about it. Seriously. You bros just keep living it up, okay? Wow. All those piles of cash. They don't even bat an eye. Guess that's what it's like playing with the big boys.
Yeah. Well, it's important to understand the value of money.
Now I think about it. Elisa comes from a pretty well-to-do family. Maybe she's used to handling big sums.
Never mind that. Wanna try a hand at some duels?
I heard Therese and Ladiva are gonna be competing.
This is our chance to learn from the pros.
Guess she wasn't interested. Dude, I totally thought I was gonna win that one. Easy does it, Loane. The key is knowing when to step away. Sure, but I get this, like, zap down my spine, that ought to be a warning. It just gets me all amped up. You know how that feel? Old Zawa Zawa. It's peak. Gotta say, taking L's like this just up the epic factors of Richie's wave of wood W's. Well, that's about the only thing I have going for me. My, you're quite talented. Is that who I think it is? During a stopping point in the game, a woman emerges from the crowd behind Richard. What? I've been watching you play. I'm impressed you've managed to such a lengthy winning streak at this card game. Yo, Big Rich is being chatted up by some mega bombshell. Dude, I know what this is. One of those grown-up setups. A reverse pickup. No, tough luck, baby. Our bro's already got his heart set on Therese. Perhaps you're my goddess of victory. Me, a god. She's a primal, by the way, named after a goddess. Me, a goddess? You leave quite a way with words. Dude. Noticing the reproachful looks being cast in his direction, Richard clears his throat. Well, it was just a fluke, that's all. It happens to everyone from time to time. How about you? If you're not familiar with the game, I'd be happy to teach you the rules. No, I think I pass. I get the feeling it would be pretty draining.
What do you say we head to the dueling arena?
Good idea.
Which way was it?
Yeah! Hello, long time no see. This is a surprise.
Oh, it's Drung and Strum. Oh, look who just waltzed in. The former Kerflets themselves.
What do you mean by that?
You're not getting off that easy. You guys are the one who unleashed a bunch of monsters and summoned the Phoenix at the festival last time, right?
We were so young back then.
Don't get all misty-eyed on us like it's some kind of fond memory.
I won't blame you for holding a grudge. But the real culprit was our client. We were just doing our job.
First Empire put you up to it, right?
We can't disclose the name of our client. What she said. But yeah, it was hers. Hey! Statute of limitations, Strum. Empire's already long gone, and they wouldn't mind us telling ours anyway.
Why are you like this? Our relationship with them has changed a lot since then, Vern. And with hers too. Yeah, but still. You guys aren't up to something again, are you?
Nope, not at all. We don't have a single scheme cooking. We just heard chatter about the Phoenix reviving. Thought we might be able to turn a profit somehow.
So you are up to something.
Don't get the wrong idea. We just have no intention of stirring up trouble. We're just here to keep an eye on things. To tell you the truth, Strum was wanting to do something to make up for all the chaos we caused before. Ah! What was that for, Strum? We're here for observation. Nothing more.
He has been stabbed.
Strum?
I knew it. It was you. And Drung too.
Sabrina, what are you doing here? Boy, what a blast from the past. So what's up? Did you and the Radliff gang come from some festival fun?
You two know each other?
We met a while back. Strum and I got a request to help the kingdom's forces exterminate some particularly pesky monsters. They have great assistance to us. I was still weak at the time, and the Order lacked power as well. Did you hear that? It's not just shady business we deal in. We're big on helping people out too.
Don't miss a beat, do ya?
How's your father? The castle work. I forgot. Switching between too many voices. How's your father, the castle worker? He was real kind to us, despite us being mercenaries. After the primal beast appeared, my parents both got caught up in the destruction. Seeing Sabrina shake her head, Strum lowers her eyes. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. No, don't be. It made me happy to know that you remembered him.
You okay, Sabrina? Something wrong?
Don't worry, I'm fine. What brings you here, Sabrina? The Knights of Radliff are providing security. I used to be so incompetent that Strum called me a good-for-nothing. Now I'm captain of the order. Goodness, kids do grow up so fast. But I think maybe Strum was only so hard on you because she saw your potential. Am I right? There was definitely something there. That's why I remembered her.
I'm delighted to hear it.
Deal me in for another round. The dealer shuffles the deck and begins handing out the cards when suddenly...
Damn it, out of my way.
Ouch, fam. You need to hit the John? I can show you the way. The man shoves his way through the crowd, evidently running from the black-suited figures behind him. But he eventually slips and falls, allowing his pursuers to quickly pin him down. Ah, crud. That shady guy's not gonna make it to the cannon time. Dude, that's definitely not what's going down. I'm freaking out here, bro. This is scary stuff. This sort of thing happens sometimes. The people in black are security guards. That man must be a pickpocket or something.
Get off me. I ain't no pickpocket. He is.
Huh?
Look, I ain't got nothing on me. It's a black bag with a red string you're looking for. I saw one sticking out of that guy's pocket.
In the interest of caution, the guards asked the accused man to turn out his pockets, only to discover a black bag hidden inside. Ignoring the suspicious gaze of those around him, Richard stands up. Hold it right there. That man is the pickpocket. I saw him slip the bag into the pocket of the other fellow with the cloth around his head. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I wager that bag is empty. Upon further inspection, the guards discovered the money was not within the bag, but inside the pocket of the original accuser. I can vouch for the identity of Richard here. And me, if that counts for anything. Therese! And Ladiva, too. Calm down, bro. Keep it in your pants. All's well that ends well, I suppose. When the pickpocket carried off, the surrounding commotion begins to subside. Weren't you two supposed to be dueling? We just went to register. The actual matches haven't started yet. Thank you for clearing my name. I appreciate it. Well, glad those bogus charges got dropped. My man Richie's intuition is totes off the charts. As a token of my gratitude, allow me to return the favor. The man points to a draft seated at a poker table. That man right there. Huh? What about me? He's cheating. That's crazy. Where's your proof? I caught a glimpse of him in action earlier, but I didn't think it was any of my business, so I kept it to myself. Don't judge me too harshly. I was watching him too. I don't think I noticed anything fishy. It's a rapid movement, like a magician's sleight of hand. I'm pretty good with such tricks myself, you see. You'll find the evidence in his sleeve. With a single glance at the dealer, another black-suited guard appears seemingly out of nowhere. Damn it. Sure enough, a card is found concealed in the man's sleeve, and he is quickly escorted away. Stash the card up his sleeve. It's the oldest trick in the book, but without the skill to back it up, you'll be found out in a heartbeat. I was able to spot the pickpocket, but not the cheat. I call myself a gambler. Well, I noticed the man cheating, yet I walked right past into the pickpocket's trap. I'm lucky you were around to bail me out. The name's Richard. I'm Abramelin. The two men shake hands. Dude, we got another badass in the house. You two gamblers about to make it to the casino go... You two gamblers about to make the casino go belly up? No, I have no talent for gambling, but it's a pastime that exists in every era. Live long enough and you inevitably develop an eye for spotting cheaters. But like, aren't you a part of our era? No. Meanwhile, ours stands on standby at the stage of the dueling arena, as Leary and the others cheer from the audience.
Good luck!
Don't let him beat you.
You're not gonna compete, Seifon?
Holding a bucket of popcorn in one hand, Seifon looks bewildered at a moment before bursting into laughter. Ha! If word gets out that I'm an Eternal, might just cause a big fuss. Besides, I'm just here to relax and enjoy the festival.
And after all that talk...
Look, ours, they're going to be holding duels. You ought to throw your proverbial hat in the ring on that one. Seifon gestures to a sign inscribed with the words, "Duel participants wanted," in bold, large text.
At the last festival of Falling Flame, the dueling champion had the chance to compete against Reese, right? Looks like there's a cash prize this time. Pretty hefty one at that.
I'm gonna see ours dueling up on stage so bad. I wanna.
What are you, some kind of spoiled little kid?
He is. His opponent peers out from the opposite side of the stage. Oh, it's Benu?
Big guy looks pretty tough. Not that he's gonna be any match for ours, though.
He certainly seems to be powerful. Ours could be in for a challenge.
He's a primal beast. What? That guy is?
Sign of the times that even primals are competing in duels these days, huh?
Is that all you can say? Or is this big trouble there?
Let's just watch the match for now. We talked about this earlier, didn't we? There are primal beasts out there brewing coffee and whatnot. They don't always wreak havoc.
The coffee brewing primal caused his share of chaos beforehand, you know. But since he's here as a challenger, that means he must have followed all the right steps to sign up for the competition. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Looks like he's registered under the name Benny.
Yeah. That's one cutesy name.
Don't worry, I'm picking up hostility, but not bloodlust. At least for now. When someone's actually out to kill, there's no hiding it. Closing the gap between them in a flash, the unarmed Benny launches a mighty punch. Ours evades just in time. Though the blow fails to land, the spectators in its path feel their hair flutter briefly, silent testament to its formidable force. Yes, this is it. The thrill I was looking for.
With no intention of losing, the captain responds in turn, plunging the arena into an excited frenzy from the very first round.
However,
oh my, what's going on? Eh? Why'd he raise his hands all of a sudden?
Benny lifts his hands into the air and stands straight in front of ours. What tremendous power. Nothing short of a spectacular. I concede.
He's thrown in the towel? Seriously? That's kind of hard to believe. But on the other side, everything turned out okay. Look, the audience is clapping too.
Surrounded by the thunderous applause of the audience, Benny quietly makes his way off stage. Seemed like he still had plenty of fight left in him. Maybe he was after something specific. Who knows? So we've seen Benu. We've seen God, I can't remember her name, the water one already. I'm ready, Eliza. Come at me with everything you've got.
Yeah.
Love. Fuck him up. Fuck her up. Muscles flexed with all her might. The diva finds herself faced with a fury of kicks from Eliza. However, Bomba! You fuck it up. I can't get too loud. It's getting late.
My attacks aren't working?
No, they most certainly are. You're magnificent, Eliza. I can feel your love resonating to my very core.
You got this. When it comes to speed, you've got the upper hand. Yeah.
Before Eliza can retaliate, the whistle sounds to signal the end of the match.
Whoops. I forgot about the time limit.
After a short deliberation, Ladiva was declared the winner. Audience erupts into cheers. How was it?
So much fun. But I'm gonna win the next one, just you wait. It's too bad Eliza's out already.
It's pro duelist for you. Ladiva's got a real knack for captivating the crowd, so it's not surprising.
I'll be right back. You don't have to pick her up, you know. Eliza can find her way back just fine.
Well, she's putting on a brave face, but I know she must be taking this pretty hard.
We'll be waiting for you here when you get back to the stands then.
Oh. A short time later, the next participants take the stage.
What am I even doing here? Hey, isn't that the Night Lady Captain from before?
I'm the one who registered her. Do you mind if I sit next to you? They turn around to see Seodric, accompanied by his acting attendant.
I'm here too. Oh, it's Seodric and Nanashi.
Should Sabrina really be competing right now? We can't cut corners on security. I wanted to both promote Radlilith and our night captain a bit. A political decision, if you will. I guess you could say that's why I came to this island.
You can do it, Sabrina.
Oh, you got this, girl. Oh, this is just a guy. He's doomed. Just, you know, these may be soft dummy runs. They'll hurt like hell if they hit you.
Duly noted. But just so you know, I won't be getting hit. So there's no need to worry.
Now, is that so? He's doomed. Artfully siding beneath the bullet fired in her direction, Sabrina stands to look at the opponent straight in the eye.
Hop! Oh. Go, go, go! Out of the way, Sabrina, keep it up.
It's already over.
Huh?
Struck lightly on the head by Sabrina's sheath blade, the competitor remains upright momentarily before folding to his knees. That's the match. The opponent seems to have lost consciousness.
Dang! All it took was one hit?
3 to be exact. I delivered a single blow each to the head, chest, and abdomen along the midline. What?
I didn't see it at all.
I don't think that's supposed to say that. Following the duel, Sabrina makes her way to the rear of the venue.
I forfeited the second round. What?
Really? You're not going to compete anymore? No, of course not. I can't just abandon my comrades to do all the work. It's absurd enough that I even took part in the first round. It's too bad.
Alright, here's your juice, Sabrina.
I bought some for you. Thank you, Nanashi. But I could just have some water, actually. If I just had some water, could you share with the others?
I already poured some for everyone else.
Yes, we received ours earlier. Nanashi's been working very hard.
You should drink it, Nanashi. No use letting it go to waste. Can I?
Nanashi hurriedly gulps down the juice at Sabrina's urging, staining the area around her mouth. Oh dear. That's what happens when you try to drink it so fast. Here, hold still. Sabrina wipes Nanashi's mouth with her own cloak. way you two interact. It's almost like your sisters.
But still, doesn't Nanashi mean nameless in some places? Seems like a rather cruel thing to call someone. I like my name. I'm really thankful to Christina for it. You can give me one too if you want. Can't exactly do that. A name isn't something you just change on a whim.
Oh, hello there. Run into any issues so far? Aren't you from Mars's crew, correct?
No, nothing to report.
And who might you be?
I just met him at the casino.
The name's Abramelon. These two belong to the Night Order of Radlilith.
Radley.
They're heading up security for the festival. The man carries a peculiar air about him that seems rather out of place for a casino, piquing the interest of the knights.
You have quite an aura about you.
Seems as though you have some skill.
No, not at all.
Sorry if I alarmed you. I'm just a harmless civilian.
No need for concern, everyone.
This fellow is a perfect gentleman.
Yes, we owe you an apology. Seems being in charge of security has caused us to be a little overly cautious.
Abramelon here is looking for something, so I thought I'd introduce him to Christy. Or if you haven't seen her around, Mars might know where to find her.
Oh, ours is near the dueling arena. We just parted ways, actually.
Right around the corner, then.
Thanks for the help.
With a nod, Richie takes his leave, accompanied by Abramelon.
Good old Dick Richard.
The following new event quest is unlocked on Elimination Operations. While the crew is enjoying the long-awaited festival of Falling Flame, the sun quietly slips below the horizon. Elsewhere in the forest, far from the festivities, several figures gather under the cover of night. Yeah, here they all are. It seems one of us has made advanced contact with the Singularity. That would be me.
Bennu, let's hear your opinion.
Singularity is undoubtedly strong in that setting. Neither of us were able to exert our full force, and yet I sense an unfathomable power. I would have liked to explore it further. But speaking in terms of contact, wouldn't Tefnuit be included as well?
I just had a brief chat with the Singularity's companions. I invited Osiris and Horus along, but they declined. The girl in blue can sense primal beasts. Acting in tandem could be dangerous. The Singularity has many companions. Attention should be given to the others as well. Don't you agree, Howhut? I've merely been observing the Singularity from afar in the spectator seats. I haven't obtained any real information. Shit, this one's not actually a raid. That's interesting. Hey, don't forget to ask your good old buddy, Ra.
That seems unnecessary.
Come on, ask me too.
What were you doing, Ra?
I was playing the slots at the casino. And get a load of how much money I made. The moral next to me taught me how to play.
Using both hands, Ra flaunts a cloth bag filled to the brim with cash.
I hit the jackpot.
How many times have I said it, Horus? Stop trying to have a serious conversation with Ra.
Right.
Didn't ask because I wanted to. Let's refrain from berating Horus. She might explode on us again. Utterly worthless.
Sorry, Eddie, I was planning to scope out the singularity, but the slots were calling my name.
No harm done, right, Atom? You weren't expecting anything from Ra anyway, were you?
Hey!
As I was saying, all this observation is utterly worthless. What difference does it make? We should eliminate the singularity straight away. That's why we've come here. Precisely.
Uh-oh.
With this single word, an archangel descends from overhead. While we must remain wary of the singularity's strength, I believe it would be best for us to take swift action.
But Raziel, doesn't this call for a more cautious approach?
There's no need for direct confrontation. We should ensure the singularity's defeat using a method unconventional for primal beasts.
I agree.
We can't let the Phoenix have its way. I have no objection.
If the singularity gets any stronger, it'll spell big trouble for me too.
What about you, Tefnut? So a battle is inevitable after all. Rest assured, Tefnut, there will be no battle. It'll be over in an instant. I will see to that.
Uh-oh. This is a problem.
It's fine, I've beaten all their raids. Actually, Atom's an issue still. That fight sucks. Having agreed that Atom would be the one to eliminate the singularity, the primal beasts disperse. Yeah, that's what I figured. But one figure who had been listening in on their conversation remains rooted to the spot. Raziel's after Ars's life. Why? Who are those primal beasts? All 7 of them appeared to be working in collaboration. I'm not reading this, we just read this. Seems they have some connection to the Phoenix. But is that the Phoenix is it true the Phoenix is no longer lying dormant? In any case, now's the time for action over deliberation. Sindolfon immediately turns to head for Ars' location, however... Sensing a presence that makes his blood run cold, Sindolfon looks up into the sky in panic. What is that? Something's coming. Ascending into the air, he stares intently at the stretch of sky from where the presence is emanating. That sinister aura. I felt it before. No. It can't be.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Raziel and 7 primal beasts hold a secret meeting. Hold on. This could get dire real fast.
Hey, Ars. When are you gonna buy with your winnings? Aren't you getting a little ahead of yourself, Vern? That was only the first round. You think so? Well, I guess there's still Ladiva and Therese left to go.
Now, Vern. There could be other formidable opponents as well, you know.
But since Sabrina dropped out, the winner's gotta be someone from the crew. Personally, I'm open for some apples out of it.
Then, if I win, I'll buy a whole bushel for you.
Okay?
Me too. That's a promise.
Really? Yahoo!
Looks like Vern might be the real winner in the end.
I wish I could have made it to the second round.
Well, you were up against the diva. The art of dueling's pretty deep.
I'll get my revenge next year. Just gotta work even harder till then.
Engrossed in their lively conversation, Ars and the crew failed to notice the presence of a primal beast lurking around a corner behind them. Phoenix. Ushering a quiet incantation, Tim conjures a small flame as his hand that gradually morphs into the form of a bird. You're mine. With his aim already focused on Ars' heart, the back, Tom is confident in his victory. This is the being called the Singularity. How absurd. Now, be impaled by flame and reduced to ash. Yo! Wild Ars spotted. There you are. And thrown off by the unexpected arrivals obstructing his view, Tom decides to hold his possession when suddenly... That's...
What is it, everyone?
We were looking for you. Though we thought Therese might join you after the first round, so we decided to watch the match first. Therese, you were magnificent out there. A sight to behold. Thank you very much.
There's someone we want to introduce to ours. The guy over there, you mean? Bingo!
Dude who gets everyone's adrenaline pumping. Abramelon. Right. We were actually hoping you could tell us where to find Christy. Considering the time. She's probably in her office. It's not far from here. What is it? Did something happen? Abramelon happens to be looking for something. That's right. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to ask you all a question too. See, the truth is... As Abramelon speaks, his gaze drifts to the area behind ours. Just when it seems as though Abramelon has frozen in his tracks. Atum! He suddenly springs into action, leaping over ours and the crew to dive at the man behind them. Phoenix. Violence erupts. Abramelon narrowly dodges the bird of flame unleashed by Atum, and instead collides with the ceiling, setting it ablaze.
Fire!
Water! Get some water! We've got to put it out. Amidst the turmoil started by the fire, Lyria lets out a shout upon seeing the man in Abramelon's grasp.
That man! He's a primal beast! What?
Who could have guessed? It's not their fault. This is the first time they've actually shown up in a story. So you've revived, Abramelon. Tell me where the Phoenix is. I'm not yelling. So there's a rash as a wild boar, I see. And these past 300 years taught you nothing. Consumed by fury, Abramelon begins pummeling the primal beast before him.
Did he say Phoenix?
Yo, we gotta put out the brakes on this dude.
Which one?
Abramelon, please calm down. I will destroy you.
He's so angry.
Don't flatter yourself. Oblivious to his surroundings, Abramelon continues his relentless assault, fists splattering blood.
What am I even witnessing here? At any rate, the fire comes first. We need to put it out pronto. Lend me your power, Leviathan. Here we go.
Levy! Levy doesn't get voice lines. They're a snake. With the help of Leviathan, Lyria manages to extinguish the flames that have begun to spread from the ceiling to walls. The action is observed by two figures from the shadows. So that's the girl in blue. To think that Abramelon is awakened, this is sure to complicate matters. Die! He's so pissed. Just as Abramelon launches yet another strike at Atum's face.
Wow, a sandstorm? We're inside a building here.
Atum? Gone. Fuck that sandstorm. That sandstorm sucks. I hate that thing. Abramelon's fist strikes thin air, the sandstorm clearing to reveal that his target has vanished. Where did he go? At the moment, the cloth covering Abramelon's head comes undone, and elicting gasps from the ours and the crew.
Is that a horn?
Hey, didn't Abramelon mention the Phoenix earlier?
That's what I heard. But I thought ours already... Yeah, ours took it down.
What? The Phoenix. You did? Abramelon looks directly at ours. If you truly defeated the Phoenix, then kill me. Right here and now.
Huh?
Kill me! Sensing Abraham lunge at a bewildered Ars, Stefan draws his sword. Settle down. Stefan swiftly glides the blade to the knee of Abramelon's advancing frontland, leaving him unable to support his own weight. I made sure to keep the wound shallow. How about we try and talk this out first? Seems to become kind of misunderstanding. A line of blood trails from Abramelon's knee as he collapses from the sudden surge of pain. Next thing we know, the blood has disappeared as though it evaporated. What? Blood vanished. The entire wound too. Did you really expect me to die from a mere scratch? That was healing magic.
This guy's pretty good.
Lars, it seems he isn't going to back down easily. Dude's scary as hell. But, shouldn't we try getting through to him? Seriously, what's his deal? First, we need to calm him down. Do it. Cut me down. Oh my god, they got the whole crew in here. They're fucking dabbing in the background. Gotta simmer down, dude. Can't we chill and chat this through? We're all bros here. He's lost all control. Seems we'll need to employ some tough love to calm him down. Bam. Bam. Feel the love. He doesn't care about love. Also, here's SSR Richard confirmed. You've got to be kidding. It's like he didn't even feel it. He heals so quickly. More of the same won't do the trick. We've got to hit him with everything we've got. So we're going all in. Okay, leave it to me. Bet chips to play poker. Number of chips increases based on the hand drawn. Maximum 10. When a no pair is drawn, the number of chips is reduced. When a royal straight flush is drawn, boost to all allies' attacks. Alright, now. God, they set up in the fucking versus superpose and everything. There's no way you defeated the Phoenix with such measly power. Stop wasting time and kill me. Deathless despair. Whoa. Yikes, bro's bleeding out the wazoo. Hurts to even look at. Does the pain mean nothing because his body simply heals it? He needs to show himself some more love. Why? Why won't you kill me? If you can't do it, I have no more use for you. Look out, Luane. It's the desolation. I'll admit it, that one stung. You alright, Luane? No injuries, I hope. Diva, my diva. Did you really take that hit from me? Snap out of it already. You saved us back at the casino, remember? Abramelon, I know you're not the type to do something like this. The previous festival flashes. The crew gauges his reaction. Dude, I thought we had him, but they didn't even make a dent. I'm sure he's the kind of person deep down. It's faint, but I can sense love in his heart. I've got an idea. Let's have Abramelon settling down whether he wants to or not. Leave it to the Down Show.
That's your big idea?
Yeah, just hit him. Bitter Blitz. Damn, for a moment it seemed like he was coming back to his senses. Abraham may be built like a brick house, but you'd think it's solid whack and restart his head. Like an old machine. Most bros are like hella weak sauce. How are we supposed to dish out that kind of damage? Just gotta crank up those vibes to help on top dogs go ham. Crank the vibes. Max your squad's hype factor so they can crush it in one go. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for the support. Now this might sting a little, but bear with us. Here we go. Yeah, this one's gonna be old as hell. Fog in Abramelon's eyes begins to lift. Bum, bum. As Ars and company continue to fend off his ferocious onslaught, the light slowly returns to his eyes. Ceasing his attack, he takes a step backward and kneels in an apparent sign of surrender. Forgive me. Abramelon, are you back to your senses? I must have lost my mind. Seems I've done it again. My vision was clouded with red. Thank goodness you've settled down. I'm sorry we had to be so rough with you. No need to apologize. I'm the one at fault, so don't let it trouble you. What's all the commotion? Our bad. Oh, I've been doing it for too long. Our bad. Stuff got kind of messy over here. Is there some sort of trouble? My apologies. We're supposed to be handling security.
I'm not sure I would call it trouble. Honestly, we're not really sure what's going on either.
The blame lies solely with me. I lost myself and went on a rampage.
You really are crazy strong. And quick with healing magic, too. What's with the horn? You a giraffe?
No, I don't use healing magic. And I'm not a giraffe either.
That Prowl Beast said something about 300 years ago, didn't he? Now that you mention it.
Yes, that's when I last encountered that lot. But the truth is, I've been alive for 6,000 years. I'm immortal, you see. I am one of those who joined forces with the Phoenix to split that being which you refer to as the Omnipotent in two, and one of the ancient peoples. Ancient peoples? Eh? Yeah, we're just going straight to the source on this one, huh? Mars and the crew are still reeling from Abramelon's words, elsewhere in the skies above. My suspicions were correct. His presence means they're from Pandemonium. Uh-oh. There, lined up in the sky, are the origin beats which have been imprisoned within Pandemonium. How can this be? Weren't they supposed to be in a deep slumber? And leading them is no other than, hey Magus. So it looks like Magus and Astaroth are coming out for some fun this time. To be continued. Clear event raids. Clear the following quests. So it looks like that's it for now. The next part of this comes... Okay, so it looks like we're going to be doing an actual 3 chunks. Next part of this will be on the 5th. I don't know if we'll do it immediately, but we do want to keep doing it. Very slow setup to this one. Interested to see where we're going to go with it. Some neat backdrops so far, but nothing too exciting to pop off on. We... Primarily just because this was mostly set up and a peek back at some interactions. Getting to see all the Need series was cool, so those will definitely be in the gacha within the next year or two. But we're gonna get into the real meat of it next time, it looks like, because we haven't actually delved into what Phoenix and them did.
So I'm looking forward to that.
We'll be doing this again in the future. Streams are gonna get a little questionable for a bit. We might have time for one tomorrow, but you should assume Thursday through the weekend is not going to be a thing we'll be able to do. We've got some stuff that has to be done, and we'll be in a location where we'll have to we might not have internet for a little while. Other than that, keep an eye on the usual places. And I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? I gotta go back to the chat screen actually, because there's not a break screen on this one. Again, thank you to Diablo Treluz for dropping by and dropping a sub for 42 months now. That's a crazy streak. Good job. We will all be back sometime soon. Keep an eye on Discord as always, or on our social medias for more updates. We are going to keep doing these. We know Rebirth is coming out. Don't expect to see anything from us on that for a little while, as we did not finish the original game. And we're kind of currently mixed on the vibes of that, so I'm not sure what it'll be like or when it'll come back. But we do want to get through that eventually. With that in mind, I'll see you all around next time, okay? You guys have a good weekend if we don't hear from you again. And that's curtains for us tonight. Bye-bye.